Guys, what is going on? We have a very, very special interview for you today. Monga Monga from TikTok, okay? If you've been paying attention to NFTs in the music industry at all, how it's changing the game, how Web3 is going to be changing the game, then you've heard of Monga Monga. We talk a little bit about his own personal NFT portfolio, what he thinks about finding good NFT projects, how NFTs are changing the music industry, and much, much more. This guy really knows what he's doing. I learned a ton from working with him, and I really appreciate him for coming on. So again, thank you, Monga Monga, for coming on. There's going to be a ton for you to take from this episode. If you're interested in listening to the audio, you can click the link in the description titled Never Settled Podcast Audio. Without further ado, enjoy the episode.
My life so good, you would think I got favorite, got parents, this shit is like magic. I think I feel it and make it apparent. If you got ideas, need to feed them, give you some room, you can breathe it.
Everybody, welcome to the Never Settled Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we got Pete from TikTok. Could you say your name for me? Is it Monga Monga?
Yeah, Monga Monga.
Monga Monga, dude. Where did you get that name from? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Thank you so much for doing this, dude.
Yeah, of course. It's kind of a silly long story, but did you play Halo 3 ever?
I played Halo 4. I did a little Halo 3. Yeah.
You know the characters the brutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. In Halo 3 and probably in other games, there was a interaction where you could shoot their helmets off and then they would like go crazy. And for some reason, just me and my buddies would call them brute mongers back in the day when that happened. And I don't know, I came up with Monger Man for a League of Legends account name, and then that just morphed into Monga Monga.
The rest was history.
Yep.
That's fire, dude. You know that's love when you know what I'm saying, your nickname is still your gamer tag after all these years, dude. Mine used to be Green to Bean, you know, yeah. And that just never really stuck. And a part of me wants that back. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate that nostalgia. Dude, thank you again so much for doing this. Now, I connected with you. I shot you an email after seeing a couple of your TikToks. You made a TikTok about spotty Wi-Fi and all his genius. Right, who I talked to a little bit ago, from like the inspiration of your TikTok. And I've since been like, if I see your TikToks, I just email the guy. That's like my business development strategy right now. I'm like, watch your TikToks, email the guy. You know what I mean? But so you've been like really tuned into everything that's happening right now in the music industry, in the music business. So you must be kind of plotting yourself. What are you working on right now? What is your like main focus at the moment?
Yeah, well, I started trading profile picture NFTs back in May. I don't know if you're too familiar with that space, but you know, like, do you know like a CryptoPunk is or Bored Ape?
Yeah, cool definitely. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So I've been trading NFTs like that the last few months, and I'm probably looking to cash out my bag pretty soon with those. And I've just been studying as much as I can the last month, really, about how, you know, blockchain is going to disrupt the music industry. Yeah, because that's my other love. I've been making beats for several years and playing guitar for many years.
Beautiful.
And so it's just combining the two. And we're so early that right now I'm just gathering information and, you know, planning a move that's not coming anytime soon.
Right. That's basically been my exact same thing. So at the start of this month, and I literally have the date, November 1st, I posted a Facebook status of me being up super late, just like diving into NFTs. And I haven't invested any yet. I'm ready to do it. I just want to learn about the space first, because like it's super easy for me to just make a gamble. I kind of want to understand what I'm buying. We'll kind of get into maybe your strategy in a bit. But I've just been like you, just studying, plotting, planning. And I just launched a small collection of NFTs as my cover art. So my cover art.
Nice.
Right, so I'm a rapper. I go by Lilstain, by the way. Music also being my first love. So same exact thing with me. Realize how this is going to start to disrupt the industry. Like you said, we haven't even seen the major artists drop their NFTs, right? Like Tory Lanez had a project and that was awesome. So respect to him. When did you start getting into NFTs? And I don't know if you want to talk about like a trade you did or like what your collection looks like. I mean, you give us as much sauce as you are comfortable with.
Yeah. The crazy thing is I didn't even know what an NFT was until April of this year.
Mhm.
And it was a weird string of events in April. Within a matter of 2 days, I heard like several different sources talking about NFTs. Like I saw a clip on TikTok or something of Gary Vee talking about it, and then SNL actually talked about it back then. And I just heard a bunch of people mention it all in a row, and I was like, "What is an NFT?"
Mhm.
So then I started looking into it, and I found CryptoPunks, and everyone's base reaction is, why would anyone spend any money on a digital whatever?
Yeah.
But then I was looking at the CryptoPunks, and at the time, the cheapest one you could buy was $50,000, and there was steady volume on them. So I'm like, okay, if people are regularly spending money on this, there has to be something to it.
Mhm.
So I started doing some research and learning about Ethereum or whatever. And then a few weeks later, I go on OpenSea and I see the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And I'm a longtime gorilla lover. Like I have this gorilla right here.
Yeah.
So this project was a no-brainer. The art was fire. I remember thinking at the time that it kind of gave me streetwear vibes,
Yes.
Bored Ape.
Yep.
And that was the first NFT I ever bought, was a Bored Ape.
Yes.
So that's like your gamblers, when someone goes to the casino for the first time and 10x's their money, that happened to me with NFTs.
Just a great night of blackjack right there, dude. That's that's great, dude.
I don't have my Bored Ape anymore, but I sold it for a good profit, so I was hooked. And I've just been trading other projects ever since then.
Okay. So now you're trading other projects. What is the criteria that you need to see in a project that makes you want to invest?
There's a few different things. Some people put a huge emphasis on the art. I kind of agree with that. I have only bought into one project that I don't like the art of, and that was Humanoids. And I had to sell it because it was so ugly. But the artwork is something you can keep in mind. But to me, the biggest thing is this project looking to do anything different? Because that was another thing with Bored Ape, is every project at that time back in late April, May, was just a CryptoPunk copy essentially. And Bored Ape, the aesthetic was way different. They popularized the roadmap. Bored Ape did.
Okay, they were the first to do that.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
Or at least they popularized it.
Right.
So yeah, what are they doing differently? Who is the team? Something you should always look for is the team behind the project fully doxed? They should have links to their Twitters. Do they have a track record of building other businesses or whatever? And then another big thing, some people don't put that much emphasis on this, but I think it might be the most important part, is you need to see what the community is like.
Yeah.
Hang out in the Discord. A big red flag to look for is if people are freaking out about the floor price or spamming everyone to delist. Big red flag. Those are the main things I look for.
So they're freaking out about the floor price, meaning everybody's basically just kind of like greedy with the project.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Or there's a lot of panic.
Right.
If people are freaking out about the floor.
Okay. Interesting. Right. Maybe because there's not so much like groundedness or something. There's not so much like trust in the overall direction. Okay. Interesting. So you hang out in the Discord a little bit. What are some projects that you currently have your eyes on that are either out or set to drop?
I'm not that aware of upcoming drops because I haven't been buying into new projects the last month because gas has been so high, and
Yeah.
it kind of kills new projects. But I did buy into one of the last ones I bought. This was over a month ago now. Is Crypto Maury's, and this has every check mark for me. And they've actually had insane volume the last few days. And this was a low floor project. But if you go in the Crypto Maury's Discord, everyone is just super supportive. There's pretty much no talk about the floor or delisting. And actually, there is a lot of people encouraging people to sell. They're like, if you need to take profit, sell this thing. And their Twitter presence, I go on Twitter and all I see is Crypto Maury's. They've had no big influencer endorsement, which, you know, unsustainably pumps projects. And they've been climbing, and it's too early to know for sure, but I think Crypto Maury's is going to be a blue chip project.
Okay. Now they're not out yet. They haven't.
They are out. They've been out over a month, and they kind of stayed at, you know, between a 0.05 and 0.1 Ethereum floor. And 2 days ago, unbelievable. There was about 3 sales a minute all day long, and they climbed up to 0.4, which is kind of misleading because if you looked at the volume, people were buying Maury's well above the floor. It was the thickest floor I've ever seen for a project. Anyways, I think we got rid of a lot of paper hands.
There you go. Now, what would you say to somebody who would say trading NFTs is risky? And how do you have like a faith in it all? Like, would you say you are sort of gambling, or like how?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's super risky.
Yep.
And if you don't do a lot of research, I would just say you shouldn't buy anything. And you should only be investing money that if you lost literally 100%, you wouldn't be in any, you know, terrible situation.
Yeah, you'll be okay. Right.
Yeah.
It is okay. So, because it really is a little bit. So that's kind of why I haven't invested in anything yet. I feel like I've just been soaking up game. I feel like I really want to, but I know me, dude. Like I will totally impulsively just be like, this looks so cool, and then you know what I mean. And so I almost need to like. It's a good thing that crypto transactions sometimes take a minute. Like if you wanted to transfer something from Coinbase to your MetaMask, you might have to wait since you made the Ethereum purchase. Sometimes that's probably good. I need that buffer. I feel like if I had that for everything in my life, I'd be like way better off.
Yeah.
So dude, yeah, thank you so much again for doing this. Now, what is do you have a BeatStars store? What are you do you do that at all, or do you just kind of like partner up with artists one-on-one?
Yeah, I'm not really interested in leasing beats. Usually I have a small group of artists that I work with, and either they'll hit me up with demos, like just a vocal and a basic piano accompaniment or something like that, and then I'll produce the full song. Or I'll just have people hit me up and I'll make them custom beats.
Okay. Dope, dude. Dope. Very cool. So you're not interested in leasing beats, just out of curiosity?
Not really, no.
Okay. How come? Just don't want to have them out to everybody? You just kind of you like to focus on specifically what you're working on, partnering with the people?
Yeah, I like to have a lot of involvement in the actual song, and I don't know, I just have a lot more fun doing fewer projects but more involvement.
Yeah. Dope.
And I just don't even want to mess with BeatStars because it's so, there's so many people on there.
Yeah, it's definitely saturated. Yeah, and you make a beat and you put it out there, it gets some traction. Now you got like 30 kids rapping on your beat on Spotify. When you Shazam it, it's like this guy's name and that guy's name. Yeah.
So
that makes sense. Very cool. Yeah.
Something I I did a lot more the last 6 months was I'm a guitarist and I would hook people up with loops. That's how I got started on TikTok, actually. It was just doing guitar loops and a bunch of people would hit me up. The last month, I've really been going hard on writing full songs myself and performing them because I
Nice.
may look to transition more into being the artist.
Sick. Nice, dude. So you're writing lyrics too.
Yeah, I'm doing the full song.
Dope,
Everything.
dude. Yes, bro. Nice. Sweet, man. Now, what are you at on TikTok now? How many followers and like how many views do you get?
I'm still relatively low followers.
Mhm.
I'm at like 13K now.
Mhm.
Nothing crazy. And I'm totally cool with because I've had amazing
sure.
people hit me up. And I feel like the people that have been seeing my videos are actually genuine. Whereas,
Right.
you know, the very viral TikToks, it's 95% just little kids or
Yeah.
just random people.
Right. Well, I do feel like at the same time, you sort of attract what you put out, right? So if you're making like prank videos, you're gonna get pranks back, right? But like your videos are pretty like insightful to the point. You know what I mean? Like you shout somebody out, you give some free game. You're like, yo, here's the NFT space. Here's how you can utilize this. Here's a little bit. I mean, it's educational, it's informative, it's value based. So what you get back in return is probably people who are trying to just give you the same, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dope, dude. Dope.
Yeah, I've gotten better connections with music related people from making these NFT music TikToks than I did from posting actual music.
Yeah, yeah. Now, are you seeing when people hit you up, are they like trying to learn from you? Like people in the space, are they like, yeah? So how does that usually happen? People like hit you up and they're like, dude, like you got to teach me how I can do this. Like people in the music space.
Yeah, well, the vast majority, I get it through Instagram DMs and they'll hit me up. Most of them don't know anything about crypto other than, you know, knowing what Bitcoin is or having heard about it and heard about NFTs.
Right.
So I actually set up a Discord. It's pretty new. I think I made it like a week and a half ago. It has a crypto 101. So like, what is a blockchain? What is a smart contract? What is Ethereum? How do NFTs work? And I've just been getting people into that Discord and answering any questions they have. But a lot of people, what they're doing is they're hitting me up and they're going, I'm dropping a single next week or an album in 2 weeks and I want to drop an NFT. And I tell them, you're not going to sell anything if you don't have any presence in the NFT space for at least a few months. Too many people are looking at it as a cash grab.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I tell them, no, you need to spend some time learning the space before you even think about dropping anything.
Spending
unless
time,
you're a celebrity.
Right. Now you said specifically spending time in the NFT space. So you have to be not just gaining traction as an artist, but specifically in the NFT space.
Yeah.
So what would that look like for an artist? Like they hang out in the Twitter communities, they're talking about certain projects, maybe they're adding value to specific projects in a certain way.
Exactly. You're just kind of chatting with people on Twitter and in Discords.
Right.
And you know, people are super willing to share information in the NFT space.
Yeah.
It's probably the most welcoming community on Twitter. Not gonna lie.
Dude. Yeah. Dude, the crypto and NFT. So I recently dropped a song called Shiba, right? About the Shiba coin.
Nice.
And dude, the Shiba community like loves it, like loves me. And they just embraced me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that encouraged me. Like I'm working on like all kinds of other NFT songs now because it genuinely encouraged me. Like And that's funny too, because this is something that I've said. So I make lots of different types of content. So I own a small marketing business. And so on my YouTube channel, so I have two different YouTube channels. I have my lilstain name, my artist brand, and then I have Search Engineers, which is the agency brand, right?
Mhm.
And with the agency content, from what I've always seen from comparing the two, I get way less hate on the marketing content and then way more hate on music. Historically, people love hating on a white rapper called Lil Stain. And like I asked for it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm seeing now, like I'm getting mad love. Like it's like a majority of just love back, which is like I've never
Yep.
seen that before.
Yep. And yeah, you can hit up people that are way smarter than you, been in the space way longer, and they'll give you that alpha. As long as you come across as genuine.
Right. Right. That's wild, dude. Yeah, it's cool to see, man. It's definitely encouraging. So I really like that you said that though. I just kind of want to unpack that for a sec. So people are hitting you up, they're like, okay, I really want to make an NFT. And you're like, nope, give some value first, hang out in the space, be a part of the community, do something, stand for something that'll eventually come back to you. Now, do you feel that at one point, someday when NFTs and crypto become more understood it as a household practice, like having a phantom wallet for Solana, everything like that is more understood and common? Do you think at that point that's when people won't need to necessarily have as much traction in the NFT space? Like I feel like maybe, like I just want to hear your thoughts. I feel like people really need to hit the NFT space as an artist if they're dropping their own NFT, because people really don't like all know how to even buy an NFT or what it is.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, because you could have 1 million followers on TikTok, but odds are none of them know how to buy
Right.
Ethereum even, or
Yeah.
set up a MetaMask. It's right now, since we're so early, your audience is kind of limited in selling NFTs. And that's why, you need to spend time in the space. As we become more mainstream, it'll be a lot easier to convert pure music fans to NFT buyers.
Right.
But it's too early to do that right now.
It is definitely too early to do that. Yeah. I put out my cover art for the main people that listen to my music, maybe friends, family, stuff like that, right? Like the main core people that already tune into me. And I got calls of people being like, yeah, I was going to buy one. And I was like, never mind. You know what I mean? Like, because it's on the Solana blockchain too, even worse than that. So it's like people that do understand NFTs, they're probably only set up on MetaMask. You know what I mean? They're like, I need to buy a completely different wallet. What are you talking about? I'm not doing that. You know? So
I do think Solana is going to take off though in Q1.
You think so?
Yeah, because Coinbase's NFT platform is most likely going to introduce millions of new users, where there's only a couple 100,000 right now. And gas is already horrible. And the average Coinbase user, I think I heard the statistic, holds less than $500 in crypto. So they're not going to spend $200 on gas to buy a $100 NFT, which means Solana is the obvious alternative.
Yes. Yeah. So I heard somebody was saying that Ethereum at Q1 is going to be doing something about those gas fees. Is that true? Have you heard that? Or
well, yeah, Ethereum will be upgrading to Ethereum 2.0, but that's a very I'm more conservative on when ETH 2.0 is going to come out.
Okay.
I would be shocked if it comes out before Q3, Q4 of 2022.
Huh. Okay.
And what that's doing is, all you need to know is ETH will go from being able to do like 15 or 17 transactions a second to 100,000.
Okay.
Solana right now can do about 65,000, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so
and
that's
that
the
will get rid of
reason.
gas.
So okay, so your thinking is this is not going to be corrected as soon as they're as some may say it is.
Yeah.
So
I think
Solana
people
is
are being
gonna,
overly optimistic about the timing of ETH 2.0,
right. Damn. Okay. So that's
but
why
who
you think
knows?
Solana. Yeah, who knows? No, okay. Interesting. That because that was my first thought too. Cause like I went to buy an Ethereum homie and it was gas fee to complete the transaction was like $13,000.
Oh yeah. That's a gas war right there.
That's a gas war. So, and I was hanging out with my buddy who knows a little bit more about NFTs than me. And I was like looking at it and I was like, is this real? Like, I don't understand. Is this like a glitch? Like, what's
No, that
happening?
happens. That happens when there's a NFT drop of like 10,000 NFTs where everyone's trying to buy it at the same time.
Okay.
That's why I don't really mint, because you get into gas wars.
Mm,
I buy off the floor on OpenSea.
yes. That's what, okay. That makes a lot more sense now. Okay. Now, what is happening when, so when there's a gas war where everybody's trying to mint and the gas fee is about $10,000, $13,000.
Hmm.
Like what is happening on the other end of that? So there's a physical person that has to complete the transaction, right? And
Yeah.
so
Well, what happens is the whales, that's what they're called, just people that have a lot of money, they're willing to drop, tens of thousands of dollars on gas, so they just win the transaction.
so the miners, whenever there's a big drop, miners raise the gas prices so that they can just profit off of the whales. Is that what that's happening? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure how it works is the miners prioritize the highest bidder, or
Of the
they
gas
process those
price?
transactions first. Yeah.
Mm. Now, so to complete the transaction, a miner has to actually approve it and then they accept a bid or they raise the bid. Like how does that like auction work?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know the specifics.
Yeah.
Just how I would think it works is, when you get a really congested network, you know, during a NFT mint, I it probably yeah, this is interesting. I should look more into this.
I know, right?
I
Like
would just think that the miner would prioritize the highest. It's called GWEI.
right.
They probably prioritize the highest like GWEI bid to
Okay.
process first.
And that's like their unit of metric for energy or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this stuff is interesting to me, man. This is stuff that I'd like to look more into as well.
Hmm.
Just the overall mechanics of it, how it works. Um, yeah. Well, cool, man. So, okay, now what sort of music projects are you working on right now? Are you currently and on the music marketing side, do you like when you connect with artists and when you're so if you're producing a beat, how hands-on are you with the marketing side of it too? Are you like, for me, I'm typically the one marketing my own stuff when I'm working with producers, but you seem to be more hands-on. Are you a part of the
Hmm.
entire funnel process?
Yeah, in the past I've been more hands off, but I've been trying to get a bunch of my homies to start thinking about Web3,
Yeah.
and I've just been trying to inform them about, what the process might look like for marketing in the next
Mm.
few months.
Oh, okay. What do you think? What do you think that looks like over the next few months? Do you think marketing's gonna be changing?
Well, definitely from, traditional marketing.
Mhm.
Like for example, I have this dude, he's only 15, but he's insane. He's a super good singer. I want him to just hang out in the NFT space because that would be an obvious artist for someone to invest in, a
Yeah.
young, undiscovered singer,
Yeah.
versus, paying bots to boost your Spotify streams, or
Right.
I don't know, traditional marketing.
Yeah. Smart, dude. Okay. And how'd you get in touch with this guy? Did he hit you up from TikTok?
No, I got in contact with him because his producer at the time, I got in contact with him and gave him guitar loops, and we just clicked, and so a bunch of my guitar got put on his songs.
That's so dope, dude. That's so cool. Yeah, man, that's smart. Now, how much have you done? Like, what kind of music marketing have you done in the past aside from TikTok? Are you familiar with Facebook ads? Like, have you done Facebook ads? What is your experience like?
No,
with
I have
that?
not. I don't have like much experience at all in music marketing, actually.
Really? No kidding.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. No Spotify playlist pitching, nothing like that?
Not really, because like when I've dropped songs, I don't take it seriously. I do it more as like, this is my practice for getting better at songwriting, and I have no expectations of pushing it.
Okay.
But I would like to learn more about that because, you know, in the future, I'm going to actually want to market it.
Yeah. Dude, if you need help, hit me up. I do
Thank
this
you.
stuff. Yeah, seriously. I'd love to, man. I'd love to connect with you more. That'd be dope. Yeah. Sweet. Dude, cool, man. Cool. Well, dude, thank you so much for hopping on and doing this, man. Do you have anything that you're promoting right now that you would like to put out there?
Nothing's particular. I'm working on a lot of songs right now, and I'm just trying to get better. And I don't know, maybe I'll look to release something in mid 2022 or late 2022.
Y'all just gonna have to wait on it.
That's right.
Dude, super cool. Monga Monga on TikTok, right? Could you spell that for us, for everybody that's listening?
Yeah, it's Monga. Monga. Not like your anime spelling.
Not manga. Right.
Manga
right.
with an O.
Yes, manga with an O. Monga Monga on TikTok. Dude, Pete, thank you so much for doing this, man. I really appreciate you, man. You could check out the link to his TikTok in the description, people. Keep tuning in this guy. He's super smart, and you're going to see him making way more moves. Dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Stuck in my ways, miss me with that fade. Too busy getting this cake, too busy out getting paid. I got fired at work, then I went and made 5K, then I went and made 10K. Multiply by 10.